Hey everybody, welcome back. We're warmed up from the daily. We're ready to go. 820, silent. Now, I'm not aiming for a win. I would love it. What I would be content with is a good run. That's enough for me. And one of those good runs could be what they need to be. Yo, good relic. Now, choose your path wisely. Would like to upgrade before the first elite fight if possible. I think we can make it work if we go this way, fight, smith or rest, fight. I think we can get 2 elites, especially with fossilized helix. It's not just the damage that it saves us. Like, that is probably apparent enough. It's not just the damage that it saves us, it's the fact that on the turn where we would take the damage, we're also able to do something else. You know, we could hit him. It's a free turn. Well, sometimes, if an enemy does, 1 times 100, then that's not as good, but early on, I mean, all those can be interesting, but I like a sucker punch. An early sucker punch upgrade is very good. I'm not willing to do this right now. What happened to Who Dares Wins? What happened to minding your own freaking business, brother? Okay, I didn't mean it like that. I apologize. We can play Sucker Punch in 2 blocks. He's got 3 turns of weakness. I didn't want to lose HP to upgrade, but, best case scenario is like neutralize and a defend. Big friggin' whoop, right? And then put us on the back foot for being able to fight, as many elites as we would like to on this floor. Which is 2, but still, like, I prefer it this way, let me tell you. Now, we would really, really like to add offense. Sneaky Strike has a chance to work, but I think you just take Escape Plan. Obviously not offense, but in many circumstances, neither would Sneaky Strike be offense, so... We could weaken this son of a gun, and then, let's pop this first. Let's pop this. I think I like die, steroid potion. And then you go, yaw. You got 15 HP. You're lucky. You're lucky. Instead, we'll get this son of a gun. Doesn't really matter what we play next, I suppose. It's well worth the potion. Love to see that. Well, not that it matters, I guess, but you love to see the potion do that much value for you. And it's well worth the potion if we end up, leaving here without having to rest. I mean, that is probably obvious. Let's get in the habit of playing our best available attack. I don't expect Unceasing Top to be that good, but I will take it. I'll try Finisher. Obviously, the more energy we get, the happier we'll be with Finisher. It makes it realistic that we could play it for, after we've done 3 or even 4 attacks. Hold on, you have 25 HP. We can only do 21 damage. So we'll just... Honestly, I mean, we should have played that slightly differently. We're going to kill you next turn anyway, and we're not going to take any damage in the process, so who's sweating it? We also now... Who's the boss? Not Hexaghost. I think we'll skip it. I think we're also of the opinion right now that that we're pretty good, but could use just some raw offense. Ornamental Fan is fine, but I think, like, if possible, it would be nice to get, like, some shivs. Even though I don't... like, Cloak and Dagger would be a good compromise. We'll get the block out of the Cloak and Dagger. And we'll also still be able to maybe get Finisher to get even stronger. I mean, every Shiv that we play would be like 12 damage. 4 plus the 8 from Finisher if we had them on the same turn. So, I guess... I think I'm going to wake him up to get 4 turns of weakness, which will cover both of his next 2, obviously. Now, this is not particularly amazing, but, you know, obviously we're not taking damage anyway. We expect to take damage on the fight. That much is readily apparent. Right, we have one more card. I think it was Sucker Punch. We couldn't have played it anyway. We really, really, really want to get Finisher. I mean, we have to play Finisher every time it shows up. Let's just, you know, call it like we see it. This is the card that is going to enable us, without a doubt, to have a chance to kill this guy, because he's getting it up on us pretty quick here. And the extra weakness is going to be... I mean, we're not going to die here, I think, but we're obviously going to be in a pretty bad spot. It's honestly not that bad, but it's worse than I'd like. Meat on the bone is very good. I think you take a malaise, and even with our relatively impotent sort of setup here, I think you just do this and take your 4 block. We don't sweat it that much, you know, because malaise for 3 on the boss leaves us relatively well equipped. Yo, but this sucks. We're gonna take 10 damage right off the top here. Don't do me like this. We got cards. We got good cards in this deck somewhere. I don't know what they're doing right now. Hanging out, you know, elsewhere, unfortunately. We can get 4 block. We'll live with 1 HP. I don't know, man. We should probably be playing some form of defense, lest we be killed. But at least we have meat on the bone. This it's sobered me up to the realities of this run a little bit right here. We didn't come into this fight with full HP, to be fair, but still. Dude, honestly, I think I'm completely okay. Oh, that's right, we gotta live through some more fights. Yeah, we'll give you a basic strike. I'm totally okay having more Sucker Punches. I think this card is great. Did you have to be AoE? Just, like, out of curiosity. Did it have to be AoE? Couldn't have just given me, like, a basic enemy? How are we gonna live? Okay, so you 23 damage. You gotta put up 10 block. Can't be done. So we gotta kill an enemy. And I think we have to kill, like, a strong enemy. At least this gives us 4 block. We'll live with 2 HP, I think. No, we'll live with 4 HP. Okay. Pretty much the same boat, except I think this time we're actually destined to die. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, that went wrong way fast. That hurts. It hurts a lot. I'm still reeling because I thought we were in an okay spot, but we were in a real bad offensive conundrum. So let's not slip into the pattern of just like, man, we lost, let's throw it away. Some of our best runs have been like the 3rd or 4th run in these videos. Be smart. Give me a Cloak and Dagger early. Better than a basic block. Good synergies alongside it. We have a guaranteed shop, so we'll take the curse. And then, you know, what's the curse? It's doubt, right? No, it's injury. Honestly, I think I'd rather have footwork than remove it right away. And hopefully we'll get another chance to handle it. So we want this next encounter, which is a question mark, to not be combat, please. I'll take 2 footworks. Not combat. Love it. Not going to become cursed. Free elite. With one cloak and dagger, accuracy is a little touchy. I think I'd rather have skewer, just so we have a really good single damage attack. I'll take the coward's way out on that one. It's not, okay, I think we have to fight the elite. My reasoning is very simple. We don't have a run that I would consider likely too capable of defeating the slimes right now. Skewer helps, and it actually helps out a lot, but we need more direct offense immediately. Having we had extra energy? Because of the flower, okay. Having more defense is nice. Being able to be 5, or maybe even by the time we fight the boss, 6 decks up, is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. However, we still need to be able to hit him at some point. You know, block is great until you don't draw defense. I gotta sneeze. Warned you. Fooled you. 23, still not taking damage. This is not the kind of fight I'd like to get into with this enemy most of the time, but let me just say, this is what I consider to be a good use case for, you know, these double value defense here. Let's go for it. Our defense is good, so it seems to me to be a wise gamble here. A gamble, but a wise gamble. For us to swing for the fences. This is going to be a little touchy, though. I think you definitely want to avoid vulnerability. I'm content with that. This strikes me as a turn you might just want to hit him for 21. Or, you know what? Give me a dodge and roll and hit him for 14. Just trying to play it right, but it's not as easy as you might think. Hit him for 28. This is definitely not the ideal boss for us to be fighting. We're going to do exactly the same thing. I think these dodge and rolls have really kept us in a great spot here. I feel very lucky. Thank God shivs do 4 damage and not 3. Unceasing Top is good. Ghost in a Jar, very, very helpful. And Dash is not a big attack, but the kind of thing we probably need moving forward, I think. So we'll put a footwork in here, and I still think you want to rest. You know, you never know when you might have a bad turn. You want to keep it together here. Skewer has to be upgraded as well. But I think for now, I'm not sweating it too much. We got 7 block by default. This strikes me as a turn where you would just do that and be like, okay, we take 15 damage. Big freaking whoop. Big freaking whoop, 15 damage. Doesn't matter. This is a terrible turn to get that, though. The real issue here, and it's abundantly clear, is that we have no damage. Now, mind you, he did 1 damage to us on his big turn. Now you choose. Are you going to hit him for 12? I honestly think 12 is close to as good as it gets, but I'm going to take him here and then hope we get something a little better within the next 2 turns. This is a 16 damage turn. I think that's our best outcome, honestly. Except I played a slime instead of a strike. But hey, at least it did get the slime out of our deck. Which I did yet again. Now we got extra energy this turn. This is where we capitalize, hopefully. 30 damage. So it's a very good turn for this. The thing that's bothering me about the Silent is that, like, I know we need damage early. I just don't think on that run we even had the opportunity to pick up damage. I know I took, you know, some dexterities. Maybe looking in back, you're like, well, you could have taken something else there. It might have been better. Sure. Plan accordingly. This is our ideal, you know, 2 fights, 2 question marks, a shop, and then we're not forced to fight 2 elites, but we have the flex option if we want it. So I think, you know, if I'm learning anything about A20, and lest you think, some people, you know, they spread the conspiracy theory that I don't like playing Slay the Spire anymore. As far as conspiracy theories go, it's a pretty minor one, but simultaneously it still hurts me because it's about me personally. I've been playing Slay the Spire on Switch. And it's been fun doing the more flexible and let's be honest, doable runs by my standards, without just getting bodied every single time. But I'm realizing that as the Silent on A20, you really got to swing for the fences. You need damage, and maybe. This sucks, dude. Maybe we need, just give me 2 strikes. Thank you. Maybe we need to take damage at all costs. Like, maybe we look at this and we go, you know, what's the best option for us? Let's try an Infinite Blades. It's almost like a reverse Metallicize. It's 4 damage per turn for 0. But then we can get way more value out of it by having the Shiv give us something if we have accuracies in the deck, for example. This might be a little touchy, but hopefully we draw Neutralize. Thank you. We have 10 damage next turn. I'm just asking you for a little bit of help. I don't think you did it for me, but we only need like 2 attacks here. Thank you, we got there. Get things that make the Shivs better. Add a Blade Dance for now. Maybe you should just realize, and I probably should have realized this earlier, but maybe we should just realize, you know, you already have defense as the Silent. It's not great defense, but, you know, you have Neutralize, you have Survivor. So anything that grants you offense is worth its weight in gold. 16, you're doing 18. I would really like to give ourselves a clean slate to go into this boss fight on, this elite fight. We need 1 attack, which means we gotcha. Steroid Potion, very helpful for the boss. I also think we need some kind of consistent damage, and I think Noxious Fumes builds cumulative poison that could really be useful for us. I think that's part of what I was lacking on our previous run. I think I'll take a Bane and remove a basic strike. Bane's not amazing if you draw it in advance of your first poison trigger, but I think it's worth a shot. I do think we like both of these. It's enough damage for me to be relatively pleased with on turn 1. Which with one of those, one of these, and, you know, I think, yes, one of these. You got me. I'm willing to swing for the fences. We got you next turn. I'm willing to play it. Good enough. Happy Flower. We get it a lot. I'm going to take a slice in the hopes that maybe we can get wrist blade later. You know, attacks, 0-cost attacks do more damage. This is the worst. It's a good Noxious situation, don't get me wrong. I think you have to play Noxious. Then you gotta you gotta think about it. And I think we'll go for it, but it scares me. This makes it much more unlikely that I will actually go for the elite fight. I hate it because this guy's gotta go. He doesn't have to go this turn, but you can't stay here. He needs to get hit for 6. It's still bad. I mean, it's still awful, actually. Bad ain't got anything to do with it. Now, you. We only need to hit you for 7 with no debuffs. It's very doable. Okay. Choke is kind of it's an important enabler for us. Dude, I think we have to rest, and this is now contrary to what I was saying earlier. I think you have to rest and go for it. And this sucks. But I think you go for it immediately. I wasn't waiting 3 turns to see what happened. Okay, we're going to be at 17, which does put us in lethal range, but unlikely to be killed. But it means we got to strike this dude, like, real quick. Like, now. So I appreciate the choke. The Bane is also extremely helpful. He's going to be on 10. Well, actually, plus that, he's going to be on... We got him. We got him. And I think we had to do it because I think if we didn't do it, he was going to... Or we were going to die before we made it onwards anyway. Should have definitely picked up the card first. We might still die, like, right here. And, of course, it wouldn't be Slay the Spire if we didn't. You know what? Just do it, dude. So let's go back again. This time, I don't know. Maybe I went a little bit. Maybe I went a little bit too offensive. But all I'll say is when we got to that fork in the road, if we don't go Campfire Elite, I think we die on our next combat anyway. So I will stand by that decision till the end of time. No matter what, maximum of 1 Elite. Still 1 free Elite versus 6 max HP. I know my rights. Still take Finisher. I think we need to take defining cards. Now that we got Juzu Bracelet, we're very content with the question marks. What I mean by defining cards, I mean cards that can make a difference. And I still will go Sucker Punch. I think Sucker Punch, I hope I'm not underrating it, because I think it's really good. We'll start... Because we're going free Elite Path, I want to... make sure we're a little aggressive. Maybe take a path that could give us multiple elites, for example. Meat on the Bone strikes me as being quite lovely. And I know for a fact that Poison Stab is not that good, according to the so-called meta. But to have the... First off, it's different. Yo, Shuriken. You got me real interested now. And it can purge artifacts, which I think is very important. And it's a form of cumulative damage, which I think we basically need. So there's a lot I like about it. Whether or not it's actually good is an interesting question for sure. Let's run the numbers. If I hit you, you'll be at 14, and we'll need to do 11 damage to kill you. I think we have to be aggressive and take 10. But if I don't get the damage to kill you, we'll have a bunch of blocks. So I'm okay with that. Pretty similar situation. I think we go straight for like this. this, and this. And it gives us strength. We do take another 10 damage right to the face. So we got 2 strength to show for it. This strikes me as still, believe it or not, the optimum path. You might think I've lost it, and you might be right. But we're going to get meat on the bone here as well. We do now have a way to gain strength. And that's very useful always. But it gives us... tough bandages is interesting. It gives us a way to grow against these enemies. And that's extremely important. Because part of the reason we die so often as the Silent is by having no gain. You know, we got an okay deck, but we're fighting an enemy that scales, and we don't scale. Ergo, I lose. This time, dude. Cloak and Dagger. Anything that gives us extra free attacks. See what we got here. I'm not willing to go for it, and the reason is I'm going to go for this. This may kill us, but if I didn't do this, I wouldn't know what it means to truly be alive in the first place. We don't weaken him yet. We weaken him next turn. Well... let's not. Because I think we're going to kill him next turn. But if we don't, I don't know. Thank you. All I wanted to see were attacks. I really appreciate it. Meat on the bone's going to keep us going here. Bag of prep. Love to see it. Sure, I actually think we can afford the energy to take tools of the trade. And we're going to rest no matter what. The slimes are still very annoying. Is essentially the meat and potatoes of it. Okay, that's very good. I feel confident in the deck we've drafted, for once. If we have to, we could Explosive Potion him next turn, and that could give us just enough to push us over. Let's dump our defend, because we're going to go for broke here. Any defend is fine. Hit him, hit him, hit him twice. Sure, they're going to be at 49 HP. That's pretty good. At least they're not at 74. Or, yeah, they could have been at 74, I guess, now that I think about it. 13 with 4 extra block next turn. Not sweating it, but the weakness is going to suck. So, he's going to split at 24. But, I mean, I definitely want strength. And I think I want to split him. Mostly because we don't take damage, but, I mean, we also got the extra energy out of it. The extra strength, I mean. Still not getting hit. Love to see it. Just piecemeal, bit by bit, row by row. What do we want? You know what we want in this deck. You don't need me to tell you what works in this deck. Shivs. Shivs and other Shiv-related synergies. He is definitely going to split because we're super strong, actually. But yeah, I mean, basically anything that allows us to get more use out of Shuriken is gonna be awesome. And at 28, 29 minutes, really, we finally made it past the first boss. You know? But hey, maybe thank God it took this long. We're gonna take bullet time specifically to get more attacks consistently to get more strength, and also we can play our defense while also playing 3 attacks. Cursed Key for certain. We already have so much gold, but I still think Cursed Key beats Ectoplasm. And you know what? Let's not hit. Let's hit the shop early. I wavered a little, but 1, 2, 3. So gotta love that. Maybe we're happy that we didn't beat the boss right away on these runs. You know why? Because now we're in a position where we know this run's capable of doing something. Hey, what are you doing? Still bad. It's like I'd rather not... You know what? Actually, I'm dumb. We should have discarded the defend. Not that I expect this fight to go on long enough for that to be relevant, but there is a chance. Alright, could have been worse for sure. Keep in mind as well, we'll take another... Let's actually, as weird as this sounds, let's take an acrobatics. And this is how you know I've turned over a new leaf. Acrobatics is draw 3 cards, yes, but more importantly, acrobatics is... He's dead, dude. Acrobatics is draw 3 cards, gain 4 block. This is 10 damage to all enemies, gain 4 block. Do we need the dex? I think we'd actually like to take all out attack. Now, let me think. No curses. I don't see like a blade dance, unfortunately. You know, I actually think we like mayhem. Makes it a lot easier to get the strength gain. We'll definitely take lantern. Terror is an interesting card. I think I might call it there, though. Caltrops is also good if we fight birds, but I think we're getting a little too rich on the powers. I'll take a madness and... I mean, these are not the birds I was thinking of, but, you know, still. Why not take a look? That defend is free from now on. Dex is probably still an issue, but for once our offense actually feels pretty good. So I think we definitely... We'll start here. I think we do want to play acrobatics. It's like... It's better than a defend. All that attack does 11. We got to make sure you die. So we'll do this and then this. Okay. Okay, this is new, but it's very interesting. We're going to play everything. This is going to hurt fairly badly, but... Let's get rid of this for now. So I want to think about it. Okay, 8. So we need 8 more block. That's a good setup. That's a good setup. Kills you. Puts you in a weird spot. I get there's other ways we could have gone around that, but I think this is the safest way to ensure that, in all likelihood, he's going to die this turn anyway. Yeah. I don't think we need any of those. There's always a dangerous fight, for sure. It's what we love to see, actually, is our powers here on turn 1. Certainly weaken. If it's going to be the same amount of damage, though, no, we'd still rather weaken you, I think. $15. Do 12 damage to you. I think I'd rather do 12 damage to you. 23. We take no damage. We're going to gain 4 block automatically at the start of every turn from this point onwards, which is pretty good. We don't need a defend. As long as we have Cloak and Dagger and we play acrobatics. I know he's... Turns out we could have used the defend, but my heart was in the right place. We took 1 damage. He's doing 13. It's not much. Let's dump that, even though it does compromise our ability to gain strength. Hit him with that. He's doing 13. That's right. I think we should poison. I'd rather have mayhem than 3 extra block. Even though I hate taking the damage. Hey, we got meat on the bone, so it's not the end of the world. So we definitely like, yes, yes. And then do a lot of damage and take none. Okay. Dude, this is a new phenomenon for me. This kind of weird pseudo discard we got going on. But I like it. I like it a lot. I still do like a backflip, especially upgraded. Probably over a neutral, or over another acrobatics, but I don't know. Maybe this will inhibit us from going infinite. So we're going to pop this for sure. Yeah, always love, and I guess we could have acrobatics, but it's fine. It's not fine, but it's not that big of a deal. $21. Okay, 15 damage. Do it the easy way. We always want to get Mayhem turn 1 whenever possible. And Bullet Time, obviously. The more that shows up, the better. But you have to play Mayhem. Everything I had I wanted to play there. But hopefully we'll draw some form of... Well, really some form of anything on this turn. 35. We're only taking 11 damage, which I think is pretty merciful. 2 wounds. Who cares? Do we dump a defend? Yeah. Appreciate it. Got there. Vira, very helpful. Calculated Gamble is basically infinite block on the turn we play it. 85 gold for all of our attacks being upgraded in the future. You're starting to... I'm dumb. Rest here. Fight the elite. You're starting to look at this and go, maybe. Not certainly, but maybe, right? Aren't you? Start here. Do this. You gotta love it. Catch him with this one. Certainly Mayhem. What do you hit him with? This will do 11. By the time we play all of our attacks, it'll do 12. So you want to definitely do like this, and then... So, like, I know, but I really don't want to run the risk that all-out attack discards the card that we want it to... the card that we want to play as our best attack. So... Now that turn, not as exciting. It's okay. Let's dump a basic defend. We don't. Those are not that valuable for us anymore. Both of these guys have gotta go though. We're not playing 6 attacks this turn. Just remove that from your mind. Next turn's gonna suck. This is a turn where we want to draw good stuff and like calculated gamble. Or moreover, I was just gonna say to start with calculated gamble and then turn that into a. Into a, bullet time would be nice, but I actually don't think that's the play for us anymore. I still think that's the play. Even though, yes, it doesn't kill him, yes, we take some damage. This isn't a run, I don't know if you've been watching. I'm not expecting to take 0 damage. Just to do okay is fine with me. Oh, you gotta love it. Bullet time. Oh, you tried. Okay. 13 and 4. Okay, you gotta go. Considering you get 2 turns, I think we could probably focus you down right now. You could just freaking focus him down there. Okay. Get rid of this. We're really letting it up. So I'm so thankful for the block, but you screwed me. You did. You did. Whether you know it or not, you screwed me. You got rid of my my finisher. I gotta find a way to do 19 this turn. Not unlikely. In fact, very doable. But scared me for a second. Heel hook, to me, seems very playable. And I think I like the draw. Steroid potion plus 0 cost attacks. It does some great work for us. I'm just going to tell you right out of the gate. Yeah, I'm gonna fight the other elite. This is where we want all-out attack. If we don't get it, so be it. Yeah, start here. Okay. 37. 19, 18. Okay, so we like this. It's 52 damage. Yeah, we might as well just kill you. Well worth the potions, I think, still. Ye of little faith. I don't know. This is the most aggressive we've played the second floor, and it has me thinking that we got a chance. Maybe that's naive, but I'm hoping. Interesting. I mean, I don't mind getting that off of the, whatever the heck the card is called at this point. One second. We can't become frail anymore. That's really good, dude. I also feel like we can make an eviscerate work in this deck, but hold on. We don't mind getting a calculated gamble off of Mayhem. It's just occasionally spooky. So we'd like to maybe make Mayhem cheaper. Cloak and Dagger better. Tools of the Trade, make this better. I think we're going to go with a cheaper Mayhem, but if the 8 HP matters, let's be honest, I was probably doomed to begin with. So we like maybe starting here. Bullet time's free for the rest of combat. Insanely great, and also like exactly what I was looking for. Strength gain's very important here. The AoE is very important here. He's dead next turn. And we took 0, actually. So now that I think about it, it's not that bad. I think I would be very content to add a footwork into this deck. So we have to play Mayhem. This will kill an enemy. So what else do we want to play? I think we just want to play Defend. Okay, what do we get? It happened so fast. Was it Ascender's Bane? Whoops. Start here. Gotta love it. Dump this. Catch him with this and this. Lots of free stuff. We'll backflip, and we were hoping to get bullet time, because bullet time is now 0 cost. But, you know, if we get it on this turn, that's fine too. I'm not gonna turn on my nose. We didn't get it on this turn either. As scary. It's still fine, but it's the principle of the thing. And actually, we're not taking that much damage. 15 damage is not great, but it's not that bad. So, it's a weird one, because you're like, I don't know, eviscerate. If we calculate a gamble, we know for sure we're getting a bullet time. We were hoping for more draw, and we got it. Turns out we don't really need the bullet time, but still. This is going to be pretty close, I think. We are 6 strength up relative to the last time we came through here. Taking no damage this turn. 7 strength up. If we can keep gaining 1 strength a turn whilst doing other stuff, I'm a very happy man. I think this time, let's dump the basic strike. Things are getting a little spooky. Free attack is always going to be good. You need to take 7 damage. Let's hold off. What do we got coming? Finisher. Tell you what. That made... well, we got to draw it first, but... I made this kill you. I think we do this. You got to go. 30. We're taking 16 damage. Now we got to focus this guy down as quickly as possible. I mean, just depending on what you draw, you might change your tune on that one, is all I'm saying. We need a heck of a turn to get him here. Oh no, he's taking a turn off, thank you. The strike is not what you want to see, to be honest. We're swinging for the fences. We didn't get there. Hold on, 18 versus 51. I'll tell you what, we'll do 51 damage. I'm dumb, we should have just played the sucker punch there. I think we got him, though. You know, we needed almost nothing, and we got it. Okay, more energy to keep scaling would be super good. We do play a decent amount of cards and we have a lot of energy, which makes me think an upgraded 1,000 cuts could get us there. And, I mean, Wristblade really strikes my fancy here. We don't have that many shivs, but a lot of our attacks are going to cost 0. And for now, we're not fighting the Timekeeper, who I think is the worst for us. This guy, it might be a close second, but... So let's see if this actually works. It doesn't seem to work with Wristblade. I'm highly offended, and I want to be clear that I'm not joking about that. You screwed me. Attacks that cost 0. It says it. It says it, and you can't deny it. Attacks that... I should have played something for the 1 damage, yes. Sorry, I accidentally moved... I used my controller, so now the game thinks I'm on controller. Okay, here we go. I don't think it's worth the sucker punch, honestly. We're going to take some damage here. That's fine. It's kind of like what we have meat on the bone for in the first place. Might as well get rid of the curse that wouldn't exhaust itself. You know, we should actually dump attacks. Because we're basically just gonna rely on, for the most part, doing enough damage via like 1,000 cuts. So one of them's dead, thankfully. A blur would fit nicely into this deck. Really appreciate the defend. No insincerity. In fact, many blurs would fit nicely into this deck. I really appreciate... I mean, that is kind of like what do you expect, I guess, but... Thank you. I appreciate the block there first. Let's draw real quick. Let's dump a basic strike. You play your bullet time. And now you're like, this should be the end of these uncouth shenanigans. You definitely want Riddle with Holes. And it's... Yes, I acted fast on that, but I don't feel bad about it. Wanted to get rid of the curse as well, but Panache is... I think it's worth it even though it is a power. Riddle with Holes is so useful for us. Take a shot. Riddle with Holes is so useful for us. It's 40 damage? Really? Because every time we gain strength, it's going to get that much better. After we play 6 attacks, it's like twice as good. $18 damage. So, not an amazing turn for us, but we're at like the exact amount, well, we're slightly below the exact amount we'd like to be at in order to maximize our value on, meat on the bone. I'm running the numbers. I think we have to play this. I think we'd like to play Mayhem alongside. Well, no. We'd like to make sure you die. So, sorry, Mayhem. I would have loved to have done it, but... We gotta make sure we're taking no more damage. Whenever possible. And... We can't even do it with poison here, so don't even sweat that. How much you doing? 2 damage? It's nothing. Not even gonna get out of bed for that. So I'm gonna tell you. Please give me something like bullet time. Calculated gamble is also beautiful, for the record. We're gonna use it immediately because it's that good. 3 more cards, we deal 10 damage to all enemies. How about a 1, a 2, and a 3, and then you're dead too. We need this. We're going to probably try to fight aggressive on this deck. Sure. And letter opener is actually pretty nice, I think. Because I think we need something like Pantograph. Meat on the bone is close, but I think we need something like Pantograph to help us It's a bit of a weird one, huh? You know, none of this appeals to me that much. Let's try something along these lines. That's more what I'm looking for. We need something like Pantograph is what I was going to say. Just to make sure that we actually have a realistic chance to heal up enough after our first boss fight to fight another boss. So this is all about getting the 33 block. We're not going to get the 33 block, but we are going to hold Riddle with Holes. You're going to hit me for 17, big friggin' whoop, and then we'll just hit you with Riddle with Holes next turn. Easy enough. Ice Cream's an interesting card, for sure. I actually think another Acrobatics is fine. And we will rest up yet again. Leaves us in a decent spot. Definitely want to hit the shop. Tons of cash. I'm going to do some smithing for the first time in a long time. 2 damage to all enemies strikes me as a big enough upgrade to be excited about. I will fight you, because I think we have to be aggressive. Interesting start. Let's start there. You do like a free defend, don't get me wrong. This is, it's not my dream scenario. We kind of, we got some okay stuff going on there. We take 1 damage, which is not worth very much, and we hopefully set up for a better turn right now. 30 damage, it's enough. It's enough. I think it's enough. You do this, you get a staggering amount of block. And then, let's see, this will be 8. Put you on 12. This will kill you and give us 4 block. We take 3 damage. Again, not very much. I was just going to say, we're waiting on this freaking bullet time, dude. We are taking a lot of damage this turn, but so what? Well, that's not a good attitude. It's not really a so what situation. It's more like we can't do anything specifically about it, so nah, it's okay. So this will put us in meat on the bone territory, which is a very positive way to look at this. We got a lot of energy stored up too. Love drawing. Should have him. Do have him. Bird-Faced Urn is an interesting card. And I think Leg Sweep is definitely worth adding. Hello. Hello. We would really like to remove our worst curse, which is not that. It's this. Then we got 121 left. I do think we like a Blade Dance. We're going to rest, just in case. I'll go into the final boss fight with 66 HP to upgrade Blade Dance, if we have that opportunity. So this is kind of what we wanted, honestly. Weaken him. Draw. Didn't get what we want, but that's okay. Hit him with the Mayhem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll play Master of Strategy. Looking for the bullet time. Didn't get it. That's okay. What do? I do kind of like... Let's hedge our bets. Do this. We could have played that. But if we get bullet time, we can play it now. Didn't get bullet time. That's okay. Throw in a quick Acrobatics. Get rid of this. Now we purged a curse from our deck, and to be honest with you, I'm a pretty happy man. I'm not displeased with this first turn. Now, obviously, that sucks. And it's going to continue to suck. This doesn't really help us right out of the gate here. Why throw the weakness potion at him when he's got like 7 turns of weakness on him? Okay. This is all about, like, can we get to the kill? 33 plus 35 plus Panache, I think. I think we do like Dagger Throw, and we'll rest again. And we didn't get Caltrop, so we're in a... I don't think we're going to win, but what did I ask for? A good run. What did we get? I think a good run. And dude, this is a great start. We just gotta be smart. Yeah, okay, this... You should play our 0-cost stuff first, even if it does make him stronger. This is exactly what we wanted. Now, no more draws. You do this. You do this. Okay. You gotta go first. For 55 damage, you know we gotta hit this guy. We got another 10 damage right there, plus the 5 from letter opener. Okay, so we do take damage, but we got rid of the riffraff right out of the gate. What do we like? Weakness. Thankfully, we got it. We are playing a lot of powers. That much I recognize. This might be a good opportunity to just defend low. We'll store this for next turn. Remember, we got another fight after this, so in a way, it might be best to get to meat on the bone territory, but... That wasn't on my mind so much, to be honest. We're gonna need some block. We're gonna go there because of the fact that we have riddle with holes. 35 is a good amount of HP to be at, honestly. I don't know what happened there. This is ethereal, so they're both ethereal. Sure, I'll tell you what. We're gonna live, actually, but it's very close. That sucked. We're not gonna make it. We might beat this boss. The odds of us, and even that is very dicey right now. The odds of us winning the game at this point are super low. Start here. Draw a discard, and we're not gonna need any block. I don't want to bury the lead. Hit you for this. So you're dead. We'll end turn and store calculated gamble because that's a lot of block in and of itself. It's tough because I would love to play bullet time, but it won't get us where we need to go. We got to start with calculated gamble and then hope we can get there. And I don't think we are going to get there, but we're going to try. If we're gonna get there, it's gonna pass through this. 37. Well, we need more block, obviously. I'm just trying to think about 36. If we play all-out attack, we'll still die. So we'll play our defend. Hello, Ruka. Welcome. Since this man is not dead, let's keep all-out attack. We might want the discard. 21 damage. It seems more doable. That's helpful. We get through our deck real quickly, so I respect and appreciate that. Let's drop a strike. We do like tools of the trade now, as long as we have enough block to get where we want to go anyway. And then let's keep the weakness flowing. And then, you know what? Let's add a little extra block for the next turn, and let's hold on to a cloak and dagger this time. Okay, we'll get rid of the void. 21 damage. So I think we like this. Sure, fair enough. And I screwed it up, dude. This was our only chance, but I think we're still screwed. It pains me, because this run was going well, but at least for morale purposes, dude, this was a huge win for me. To make it to the third boss as the Silent is new territory for me. I know we have one more boss after that, but that's huge. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See you.